Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Ratchet Clank Going Commando. Last time, we finished up exploring around planet Olza, getting all the skill points, all of the platinum bolts, and getting coordinates to a new planet, well technically Nebula, the Mokhtar Nebula at the Mokhtar Resort. So, I think it's time we go, shall we? Jump into our ship. And that animation gets used for a lot of Ratchet Clank games. So, next stop, Mokhtar Resort in the Mokhtar Nebula. So we have two missions here. Find a way to the Thugs for Less jamming array and win the arena battle. There are 2 platinum bolts here and there are actually 5 skill points here. It's outrageous. So, let's go. Whee! I'm glad that they kept these loading screens though. These hidden ones.
May I help you? I said.
That's not good. And disguised loading screens. I love it when games do that. And Machar Nebula. Your ship is under attack. Shoot down all enemy ships. Ship controls. Press the X button to fire guns. Circle for secondary weapons. X to activate turbo. L1 or R1 to barrel roll left or right, or L2 and R2 to straighten the ship. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We have something new that was added into Ratchet & Clank 2, and it's probably one of my favorite things ever. It is the ship battles.
Raritanium. Raritanium can be traded for ship upgrades.
And I didn't mean to get Raritanium. Ironic, because it was one of the rarest metals in the universe in the last game. I guess it only applies to the Solana Galaxy. Because in this game, you'll find it in abundance. So yes, these ship sections, I love them. They're so much fun. And unfortunately, they don't continue with them in the series, really. I mean, they have something like it in, Ratchet Deadlock, but it's not the same. And they have something like it in Ratchet and Clank Future Tools of Destruction, but it's still not the same. And these ships are just attacking me left and right, and it's annoying me. I'm gonna barrel roll out of the way. Do not crash into any of these asteroids because they will instantly kill you, even if you have full health or shields. Right. Come on. Right, so kill you. So yes, we got Raritanium, just like I just got another one right now. Raritanium in this game is used for ship upgrades. We can't upgrade yet, but we will be able to later on in the game. And to actually get the Nice Ride skill point, which is also a trophy, you need to get all the ship upgrades, which is pretty expensive. So, there we go. That's one wave. And here comes wave 2. This is actually just introducing you to the mechanic of, like, ship fighting in general. It's not, it's pretty much an area in which we're not going to be able to return to, actually. So, yeah. There are multiple worlds in this game that are actually based for just ship fighting, which I enjoy. But we won't get to those until, I believe, a couple worlds after this one, because, like I said, we don't return to them. Right, so destroy you. Things are it's very difficult when you're early on, because unfortunately you don't have too many upgrades. You can upgrade things like your shield to getting a better shield later on, which is something I usually go for first, so then I can get a full shield. Alright, sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. My sister came in without knocking first or saying anything, which is pretty much something that all my family does, and I really do need to get that signed. So, we have 2 ships left. Okay, 1, and... oh, get over here, you. There we go.
Enemy fighters defeated. Proceeding to the Mokhtar Nebula.
Okie dokie, and that's the only time you're going to hear that line at all, because we do not have other ambushes like this at all in the game. So, let's head off to Mokhtar now. So, I actually have a story to tell you guys. I've been having to re-record a lot of these sessions, especially for Ratchet & Clank 2. Because I get as far as the Mokhtar Nebula before all the audio starts to get desynced. Now, hopefully, it doesn't desync this time, but if there is a desync in this episode, I will try to fix it as best as I can. And I apologize for it, because I think it might be the jamming array that messes up. But there are 5 skill points for the Mokhtar Resort, as I have stated before when we were on planet Olza. One of them is known as the Vandalize skill point, in which you have to destroy everything that's flying around here. Things like that thing over there, etc., etc. You have to destroy everything on the Mokhtar Resort. This is going to be a skill point that I'm actually going to return to later for in the game because I need that item that can break things a lot easier before I do it. And there's something that the HD version of Ratchet & Clank 2 did that I don't like. It put indestructible things on the outside over here. That thing I just destroyed, I believe one of these is completely indestructible and I don't know why Idle Minds did that, because there's a skill point for destroying everything. Now you can still get the skill point, but it's still completely counterproductive, and I hate it. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing the PS2 version, besides the fact that, you know, you all would have been distracted by the fact that Ratchet's, you know, head is pretty much smaller than his actual helmet. I'm not going to destroy that guy over there. Alright, and you can see that there are actually slot machines right behind me. Those slot machines are actually to get another skill point, which is the Jackpot skill point. Skill point that actually returns in not only this game, it also shows back up in Ratchet & Clank 3 up your arsenal. What you have to do is you hit this, and you have a chance of either getting bolts, nanotech, ammunition, a bomb, or the jackpot. If you get the jackpot, then you get the skill point right away. It's pretty similar to how it is in the trophy in Bioshock 1 for getting a jackpot in Sander Cohen's area, Fort Frolic. And if you get 3 bombs, it will always cause 2 enemies to spawn. So I like to think that it's like debt collectors, because you're winning too much. So pretty much this is all just based up to a random number generator's chance, which I don't like. I'd love if I were to get it, but unfortunately I don't. It costs 10 bolts each time, and unfortunately, you know, it's still much of a pain. See, I saw that right there, and I'm like, oh, did I get something? No, I didn't. So it pretty much just takes a while, so I'm going to cut ahead until I get this skill point. So cutting ahead real quick. Wouldn't you know it, they all destructed before I could get the jackpot skill point. That is my luck, ladies and gentlemen. Random number generators hate me. It's especially the case in Kingdom Hearts Reach and Memories when going after enemy cards. Ugh. Which, by the way, I found out that apparently you can't get the Dark Ball card in Sora's story in Reach and Memories. Would have been nice if I would have known that beforehand, because then I wouldn't have wasted as much time. And the problem with that is actually guides around the internet still say that you can end up getting it, and they don't clarify that you can't. You can get the Dark Ball card in the Game Boy Advance Chain of Memories in Sora's story, but you can't in the PS2 or PS3 version. So I wasted a lot of time going after that. When I finally figured that out, I was pissed. I don't know why I'm destroying everything, because I'm going to the jamming array right now, and the jamming array, when you leave for the jamming array and you come back, everything that's right around here is going to be restored. So there's really no point why I'm destroying everything other than carnage and bolts. But anyway, you need the tractor beam to get to this area right here, to where now we will meet the Inspector, who's actually designed, if you actually look at it, I think they reused some of his model design for a character that's actually later in the series based on his walk. Okay, I want him to stop doing the angry walk. There we go. Yeah, that seems like a pose that character later in the series uses, but there we go. We have to use him to get clearance through everything right here so that we can get to the jamming array. So let's continue on, and now let us throw our frisbees of death. I feel kind of bad when I hear the going ow, but then again at the same time, I like the bolts and carnage that they cause. Ugh. Worst case scenario though for some of the skill points in this one, if it takes me too long to get the jackpot skill point, I will get the jackpot skill point off screen, and I will show you in the recording session next time that I got it, because it just takes a while to get it because of the random number generator. It's annoying. Alright, so let's go to the end right here, and boom. And while I'm at it, gravity bomb, and die. There we go. Now come here, Mr. Inspector. I need to... Come over here, Mr. Inspector. Yeah, you're taking too long to get over here. Get over here. And into the slingshot. So as you can see, there's a little slingshot right here. Aim it up and pull it far enough back, and boom. Launches, and then we can get through the rest of this right over here. So let's climb up and let us feed my gambling addiction real quick. So that's not feeding my gambling addiction, that's feeding my destruction addiction. Great. Now I'm down to 1. Ugh. To get the jackpot, you need to get 3 bars, and it has to match up. So, random number generators. Give me, please. Oh, that's nanotech. Ah, come on. I remember one of the closest times I ever got it. I got 2 bars, and I'm like, is there a god? And then literally at the last second, it changed to being a, what's it called? It changed it to being something else, and it annoyed me. Ah, great, it's gonna... Okay, never mind. That was close. It almost destroyed itself. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Dang it, you're just giving me bolts. Give me a jackpot. Please? Remember, kids, gambling is destructive. Oh, my hopes and dreams were shattered with that 1 bar. Makes me so sad. Fine, this is taking too long. What do you get for taking too long? That's right. I just did the equivalent of I'm taking my ball and going home by blowing up the slot machine. So what of it? Right, and destroy those. Right. And let us now go over this way and jump, jump, jump. And we have a bomb right here. Now, like I said before in the last episode, the tractor beam is really underutilized in this game. In fact, I believe after this world, we're not going to see the tractor beam for quite a while. Which is kind of a shame. I like the tractor beam. Because it's an interesting thing, and they could have used it for a lot of puzzles, but they just seem to forget about it. The dynamo gets a lot of use in the game, believe me. And so does another item that we get in this game in general from this level. But here we are to where we need to go. And destroy. Destroy, 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 and carnage, and blow up. More bolts for me. I want to try and get all the bolts. Now, before we go to the Mokhtar jamming array, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going and getting some more ammo. And while I'm doing that, I'm also going to be ending the recording session and starting up a new one in case of emergency in which, you know, desync occurs. So that's going to be on me. But for right now, let's do some slingshot puzzles. So we have to destroy these things right here. So this should be far enough. There we go. That's 1. Whee! Boom. Good thing these bombs pretty much respawn. It's a weird noise that it's making. Okay, that should be far enough. A little bit too high. Alright, so let's try again. And it might be too low. Nope, that's perfect. Alright, and whee! Completely miss! That's like one of the easiest ones, and I missed it. Alright, there we go. Boom. And we have our space limousine. I better go and get some space limousine lunch. So I'm going to cut ahead real quick, ladies and gentlemen, and set everything up. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am back, and I managed to get some ammo, and I started up a new recording session in case this one gets desynced. I'll re-record the cutscene, because we're going to be getting a cutscene after this as well, in case it's desynced, so then the only thing that will be desynced will be my time on this jamming array. So hopefully, though, I won't have to do any of that.
To disable the jamming array, destroy the 6 transponders.
Good to know.
Expose transmitters with the bolt crank. Press square to attach your wrench, then walk around the platform.
When it says walk around the platform, it means spin the left analog stick around.
Exposed rods to destroy the towers.
There we go. So 5 remaining.
For a map, press select or R3.
Which I will. And as you can see, a perfectly spherical planet that actually has the shots when you're shooting from, say, like a top of a platform, it will actually arch the shots at the fact that, you know, it's a giant sphere. So, spherical planets before Mario Galaxy? That's right. Mario Galaxy was not the one that invented using spherical planets inside its goddamn thing. Ratchet Clank started doing it in Ratchet Clank 2. So, anyway, what I'm doing right now is a sequence break. You're supposed to have Clank in order to do this, but if you go right here and you jump on that back thruster, go on this platform, and we got one of the platinum bolts for the Mokhtar Resort. This counts as the Mokhtar Resort. When getting the Vandalize skill point, which is destroying everything on the Mokhtar Resort, it does not count stuff on the jamming array, because really, the only reason you would ever return to the jamming array is for that platinum bolt that was right there. So since I already have it, it's all good. Now to kill all these little chicken things. I used to call these chicken robots. Dang it. There we go. So, let's reveal bolt crank number 2. I don't know if this is going to desync or not. I kind of hope it doesn't, because I'm really recording this from now on my desktop, because I don't think my laptop can really handle too much more of the Elgato, or at least for Ratchet & Clank. It does it just fine for when I did Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, but then again, things change. Right, so we got robots over here, and now we don't. There we go. Oh, you're still alive. No, you're not. Right, so bolt crank again. Get used to bolt cranks, ladies and gentlemen. Bolt cranks stay in every single Ratchet & Clank game. They're a staple. Right, so let's go over this way to this transponder right here. So, whee! Now, one thing that actually makes me extremely sad is that you might be thinking, ooh, can I do a comet strike right there while I'm flying through the air like that? No. Insomniac told me no, and they won't let me. They let me fire my guns. They won't let me, you know, have fun and do a comet strike. Oh well, I guess it's not meant to be. Right, so let's use the bolt crank again, and let us jump across so we can destroy this one. And don't worry, the explosion for this actually doesn't hurt you for some odd reason. I don't understand why it's a selective explosion for hurting you, but oh well. Don't argue with it, Roxas. You don't get hurt. Alright, so bye-bye. I overlaunched it too much. Crud. Now I'm out of my launcher. Whoop. Okay. Whew. Right. Because you don't get any health or ammo on this planet, by the way. So you got to keep that in mind. All right. So we got 3 robots. Why did I throw 3? There we go. And let's jump across here. There we go. And let us use the bolt crank now. Right, jump, 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 and boom. So only one remains, and it should be over this way, actually. And once we destroy them all, we don't have to go back to the ship. It actually automatically puts us back on the ship, which is pretty good. I like that. All right, I'm gonna have to use the heavy lancer because we're running out of ammo for our guns. It's always the beginning of the game when you don't have that many weapons or they're not that powerful. That is always one of the more difficult parts for the game. Luckily in this case, though, I have a wrench that can do quite a bit of damage. Okay, that was my fault. I didn't jump close enough. Whee! As you can see, though, as you can see right here, though, based on this camera shot, it is an arching shot. That's a touch that I really like about it. And this game, while it doesn't use as much gravity-based platforming, Ratchet & Clank 3 does a lot of it, believe me. So there you go. Galaxy didn't do gravity-based platforming first, because if we were going based on something doing gravity-based platforming in a 3D environment, then we must remember Mad Space. No one wants to remember Mad Space. And I don't blame them. Right, that explains that I was rotating it the wrong way. Right, and so I want to go over there. I want to go that way. I want to go that way. Can I make it? Can I make it? Can I make it? I can't make it. I just wanted the experience and just the bolts. Oh well. So, let's go up. Whee! And whee! All must die! There we go. Whee! Can I actually land in this? I'm so cool! Huh. Wonder what's over there. Oh well, destroy this. And there we go. Sphere disabled. Mission complete.
Good work, my boy. You are proving to be invaluable in this underwear. Anywho, it appears the thief is now under the protection of thugs for less. But I may have found a way for you to insinuate their operation.
Is it dangerous?
No. Actually, yes, it is.
Good.
Take a look at this.
The wind in your hair, the sun on your skin, the bugs in your teeth. We are the Desert Riders.
Before I became a desert rider, I didn't fit in anywheres. I had low self-esteem, bad breath, and a thing for ladies' undergarments. But these guys understand me. They really do.
Yeah, I'm just here for the bake sales. Oh, yeah, I also make these cute gloves for all the guys.
So if you've got what it takes, use this temporary membership to enter the most grueling hoverbike race in the galaxy. Win it and become one of us. Desert Riders, the #1 leisure choice of thugs for less.
Desert Riders all use Megacorp bikes, so I just had to pull a few strings. Contract me as soon as you get more indignation. FizzWidget, out.
Huh, that sounds like a plan. And as we're riding in our space limo back to the Mokhtar Resort, I do love that they still made it that, you know, we're still in the limousine. But yes, who was actually narrating that one? That was James Horan again. Don't worry, I'll do James Horan's full-on bio once we get to the actual character that he does more of in the series. And biker-wise, actually, Steve Blum was the fat biker, and the second biker, the big one, was actually Michael Bell. Who is Michael Bell? I don't know if I should do the bio for Michael Bell yet, because Michael Bell has a main character in the Ratchet Clank series. More in Ratchet Clank 3 and on. So that's probably when I'm going to do his bio. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to be heading off to the rest of the Mokhtar Resort and possibly entering in a little gladiator match. Sounds like fun. See you guys next time.